Use the change, which you cannot control, you did not start, and you will not end. Use that change to benefit you.
Welcome to Cards and Constellations with Bonnie Morris and Don Rumor Rivera from Sonoran Mystic Tarot. Here, we blend astrology and tarot to guide you through the twists and turns for the week ahead. Don't forget to hit subscribe and share. Let's dive into your cosmic journey together.
Scorpio, this is your astrology reading for the week of August 25th through the 31st. Before we get started, Miss Bonnie is unable to deliver the message, but she prepared the document, so I'm going to read it for you. And that means, should you enjoy the reading, give me the credit. If you don't like it, give her the blame. And I know I'll pay for that one when I said that one when she gets back. But let's get to the serious stuff. Starting off the week, we have a kite returning headed towards Saturn, but this time it's different because the moon is the tail, which means your feelings are pulling against your sense of responsibility and limitations. Finding compromise is in your beneficial interest, and so make sure that you find a way to bring those together. You also have an opposition between Pluto and Venus, Venus being all about love, romance, and money. And of course, our good old planet of Pluto, which is all about change. So that's a conflict all in its own. Something's going to change soon. We do know that to be the case. And that very next day, that kite dissipates. However, we still do have that opposition between Venus and Pluto, which becomes important later in the week. Now, let me tell you this. It's fascinating. Over the last few weeks, we've seen kites stick around so long that other kites come on top of them and are also in opposition to them. However, this week, we're seeing kites come and go one day to the next. That means that the emotions will probably be all over the place, but you have this under control already. But I'm just giving you the warning and saying, make sure that you control your emotions this week. Make sure that we don't say something we don't mean to say, because that would be easily done based on these emotional pulls. Now, Mars is squaring Jupiter midweek. This brings a very strong drive and adventure. Some spirit energy may sometimes accommodate this. And so be careful about the impulsiveness or reactions that are larger than life. Don't allow yourself to go off on somebody. Don't allow yourself to be triggered. As I said, keep that emotional balance. And that's not a difficult thing for you. So I'm okay with that. I know you're going to be good. Be careful. You may feel very determined and energetic, but if you're not careful, you will act without fully considering the consequences. What did I say? Towards the end of the week, we see a few trines, the first of which is between the moon and Jupiter. Now, trines are harmonic energy that works with you. Jupiter, the planet of expansion, and good luck with the moon, all about your feelings. So there's going to be some big feelings here that you're going to have to work with, but it's okay. You will get through this. Again, it's all about, this week is going to be crazy. That's all I'm saying. It's going to be crazy. The next one is between Venus and Saturn conjunct with Neptune, and that trine is with Neptune, is offering us a little cautious reminder. Neptune is illusion, confusion, and delusion. It's a dreamy state, and with your intuitive connections, it can bless relationships with compassion and tenderness. Make sure you're seeing reality with Saturn. This supports dependability and relationships. Relationships and emotional maturity. You will value commitment and seek those relationships that provide the sense of stability and trust. This is a week of connecting community and future vision, a time to think big and lean on your networks. Surround yourself with people who inspire growth, collaboration, and brings fresh opportunities. Teamwork and group efforts will take the center stage. A project might even move forward thanks to the contribution of others. And your role as a strategist or problem solver will stand out this week, and you will need it. Again, keep your emotions in control and you'll work fine through this. Relationships feel lighter when shared with a sense of purpose. And you single folks out there, you may be attracted to someone who shares your ideas and ambition, while couples may find strength in working with their coupled other, however you want to say it. And again, it's about shared goals and shared responsibilities. Friendships are also a big source of joy and support. Money may be influenced by group activities or shared activities and adventures. It's a good time to think about long term goals, investments, and savings. Avoid the temptation to compare your path with others. Don't look on the other side. That grass is not always as green as it looks. Stay focused on what you're doing. This weekend brings opportunities for fun, friendship, and sensible lounging. It also brings an opportunity for you to get out into the community, out into the environment, take your shoes off, put your feet in dirt or in gravel or in sand or in grass or in water. Again, get them pushed into Mother Nature so you can ground yourself and let this energy go, because this week it's going to have you all over the place and you need to let it go. So ground yourself this week if you can, especially by the weekend. With that said, the affirmation for the week before we leave is I grow stronger by sharing my journey with others. Now let's take a look at tarot. Scorpio, this is your reading for the week. Let's see what the universe and spirit has in store for you. Spirit and universe, please tell us what is in the highest and best need and good for Scorpio this week. Alrighty then, here we go. On the bottom of the deck, Scorpio, we have the Hangman. Ooh, in this case, it's not bad, it's not good. It's actually very indifferent. And that's kind of, to me, that sometimes is bad, only in the sense that, when you look to the universe, if you know that they're going to be fighting against you, you know how to block and tackle, right? If they're going to be supporting you, you know how to lift yourself up with that. But when the universe is indifferent to you, when the energy around you is indifferent, it's like, man, I don't exactly know how to handle that. I don't know how to expect nothing. It's just, and that's kind of what it is. But know that going in is that this for this week, do not expect extraordinary issues coming from the universe. Do not expect them to give you helping hands. Do not expect favors. Do not expect a miracle. Do not expect anything. But additionally, do not expect negative. Don't expect them to smack you upside the head. Don't expect the universe to make life messy for you or throw things in your way. That's just not what's going to happen. This week, the universe is just going to be there. Spirit's just going to be there. Now, if you call on spirit, in this energy, by the way, when you call on spirit and your spirit guides to help you, they will. Do not mistake what I'm saying. I'm saying your environment around you won't necessarily support you, but when you call your spirit team in and you ask them to assist you, oh, they show up. They always show up. And sometimes they show up in ways we don't necessarily want, where it's not how we planned, but they show up. And so know that you will have support no matter what, because all you have to do is call your team in and say, hey, team, I need this. I need this. I want to do this. I need to go there. It'll work out. Now let's start with your energy for the week. Your energy is not so much better. It's a 4 of Swords. And it's interesting because when I see this card with the Hangman, I see why the Hangman's there now. Because this week, you're being told, Scorpio, back off. How can I put it any better? Back off. This is the time where you stay in bed, pull the covers over your head. You're tired. And you're just like, and part of it is because you just don't know you don't know where you're going. You just don't have the energy. There's an energy issue here. There's an issue of timing. There's an issue of feeling, where do I go? What next? Maybe you've just closed out a chapter or a sequence of events or something like that, and now you're saying, what next? Or maybe you are at a point where you're feeling like, I do need to make a move. I've been moving along and I'm either bored or I am unhappy, and I need to make a move, but I don't know what to do. And this would not be the week to do anything, because that 4 is very clear. We are not doing anything. We're tired. So what I suggest to you this week is to keep your head low with that kind of card specifically. Keep your head low and then just press forward with the things that need to be done. I would not be making major decisions this week. This would not be a week of that. I would not be taking risks. That definitely would not be this week. And I wouldn't be expecting wonderful things to flow your way. So again, if you're making plans, plan for every scenario and don't plan that it's all going to be rosy, because that you can't guarantee that. That's just not what this week's about. Next card out for you is the Tower card. Whew. Lord have mercy, I am not surprised at all. The energy that makes very good sense because the energy here, you're just tired. Again, you're tired and you're just like you don't know what. And again, did you bring closure to something? Did something close on you? Or did you just are you just at a point where like, I need something different? I need something more. Maybe I just need a little boost. I just need a little pep talk or I need a little lightning shot or something, something to get me going. And guess what? The universe, the reason why you're going to be complacent, why the universe isn't delivering anything, because a very big change is coming your way. And that change is out of your control. You did not initiate this change. Let me make this clear. You did not create the change. You did not initiate the change, nor can I guarantee it's in your favor or the opposite, that it's not in your favor. But there's a change coming to you and your environment. And when that change comes to you this week, know that you did not make it happen. However, you can and will, if you have that Scorpio sense, which I know you do, you will figure out how to use it to your advantage. You will sense the change, you will see the change, you will feel the change. Scorpions, you're good at that, and it's like, so what you will do as you start realizing that change is rolling on through, figure out how you can use it to your advantage. Okay. Say you have a business and your business model has been working fine, but it's just kind of stagnant. It's just puttering along. And you see that the market has shifted all of a sudden. Say you had a technology company and you were not into AI, and then all of a sudden AI comes along. You know the change is coming. Very clear what's happening with AI. So what would you do? You would say, I'm jumping on that bandwagon. I'm going to get involved in AI. That's just an example. If you were somebody who is employed and your boss and you do not get along, and I'm not saying that's the case. I'm saying this is an example. Okay, so don't beat me down. Just say that you and your boss don't get along. But guess what? Now you see the winds of change coming, and your boss is leaving for whatever reason. And you're like, this is a good thing. Let me see if I can either petition for his job because maybe I'm qualified, or better yet, help to sculpt who might they replace him with. And that person may be more friendly to me. Or better yet, once you know who that person is, then you already worked that relationship or with who you suspect it is. Again, use the change, which you cannot control, you did not start, and you will not end. Use that change to benefit you. And you are cognizant and you are very much well thinking in that sense. You can see things that a lot of folks can't see because you are a Scorpion. And so work it, work the angles, work it. You better work it, girl. Next card out is the Death card. I'm loving this. I'm not surprised. I am totally not surprised. Those are both of the change cards in the tarot deck. There are only two major change cards. The Tower card, which tells you you're not in control of that change. The Death card, which says you are in control of the change. Are they contradictory? Not at all. Let me explain why. Again, first of all, we talked with the Four of Swords and how you're tired and you're frustrated. You want to change. Then change comes, maybe not the change you were looking for, maybe not in the way in which you expected it, but it comes. So what did I say? You figured out how to use the change to your advantage. This is that change. You put the change to use for you, which is, again, how I told you should do. The cards are saying you will do it. And I'm not surprised. You're a Scorpion, of course. So you will get in front of the change. You will figure out how you can put that change to your advantage, and you will do it. And I'm loving that. And the good part is because, again, you're just tired and frustrated, you're able to see it so much clearer. Instead of being in the haze of, oh, everything's life is wonderful and good. Your rose-colored glasses are not on, not that you have them often, but the good part right now is that nothing has really inspired you, nothing has made you happy or thrilled or whatever. And so you are at a point where you're like, you know what? I want something else. And so when it comes along, you're like, I can use this. This is good. The next card out is a Six of Cups, and I'm loving that because a Six of Cups is a cultivation card. It's like you've been putting things in place for quite a while. Again, so whatever the change happens that comes along, you're already prepared for it because you did a lot of work in advance that you did not expect was going to be used for this purpose. But guess what? It's already there. So could it be that you had the right connections to make sure that you are positioned well. So again, maybe if it's an employment situation, you did the work and you're already qualified. So don't be surprised. Then you say, hey, look, hello, I'm here. I'll take that job. My boss is leaving. I can do that job. Or you can say, hey, you know what? This guy over here is amazing. And since you're already his buddy, it lines up with you. And all of a sudden now he's your boss and that's all good. Those kind of things. Or this could even be with something, again, if you had a business, or if you're working in an industry and you see things changing, again, you step up to the plate and you say, hey, look, I see it going in this way. And then as you tell people it's going in that way, and you've already been playing with whatever it is and thinking about it, you're one step ahead, maybe two steps ahead. But then again, Scorpions usually are. So this is a week where you've already have your game pieces laid out on the table. This is a chess match, and you're already getting close to check, if not checkmate. And as this change comes, all that does is help to maneuver you closer and closer to that checkmate situation. Ride the wave, enjoy this. Do not sit back idly. If you can again leverage the change. If you feel you cannot leverage the change, or you feel that you don't have the right, you're not sure the leverage you're thinking or how you can use it will work to your advantage, then maybe you should set it out. But I'm telling you, you're going to be protected this week in that regard. The universe will not come to your rescue. But again, I tell you, talk to your spirit team. Say, spirit team, how can I do this? What can I do to utilize this to my advantage? And then ultimately, the choices are there, and you'll make the right choice. And that right choice will bring you happiness and joy. Look at this. There you go. Good news coming in. I can't help it. It's wonderful. And ultimately, the magician. The magician says it's up to you. The magician is the master manifester. You tell the universe what you want. You tell your spirit team what you want, and then you set out to make it happen, and you will get it done. You will get it done. Scorpio, get her done. Get her done. If I could say anything this week, that would be the one thing I say, even though I'm telling you to chill out and relax. And at the beginning of the week, by the time the week is over, my call to action is get her done. Okay, so we're going to do that. With that said, show me some appreciation, and I would love if you do. Help me grow my channel by hitting that subscribe button. If you are on Sonoran Mystic Tarot's YouTube channel, please again hit the subscribe, and then pop over to Your Love Goddess, which is Bonnie Morris's channel. She works with me the astrology side of this, and hit that same button, subscribe over there. If you are on Your Love Goddess's side, pop over to Sonoran Mystic Tarot and do the same. Hit that subscribe and hit that share button. And if you're so inclined, please hit Cards and Constellations, which is our combined channel, and follow us with that as well. I am excited for you, Scorpio. I'm excited because I'm also a Scorpion, so I'm taking some of this. I'm liking this. But until next week, love, light, and blessings from Miss Bonnie and her family, me and my family, to you and yours. Hit that share button, comment, and have a great week. Bye.